time ever with Neil Patrick Harris, Tuesday, September 15th on NBC. On The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Vin Diesel drops by. NBC Tonight.
Your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Shad Olson. This is NewsCenter1 at 10. A journalist's job is to report on others, never become part of the news story. Tragically, that's exactly what happened earlier this morning at the CBS affiliate in Roanoke, Virginia, where a gunman opened fire live on TV, killing a reporter and a photographer. NBC's Erica Edwards remembers 2 young lives taken too soon.
They were just out doing their job, a job they did regularly as a news team.
Photojournalist Adam Ward and I are putting the final touches on
Wednesday morning, WDBJ reporter Allison Parker and photographer Adam Ward were in the middle of a live interview when a gunman shockingly shot and killed them both.
It is my very, very sad duty to report that Allison and Adam died this morning.
The newsroom was stunned.
You can hear people behind us in the newsroom crying. I mean, it's just really hard.
We're holding it back too.
Allison and Adam weren't just co-workers to those at WDBJ. They were family. Adam Ward had proposed marriage to his girlfriend, news producer Melissa Ott. She was at work Wednesday morning, her last day before she was to take a job in another city. Adam had plans to follow her and told co-workers he was thinking of getting out of news.
He always came with a smile and do you need me to get something extra, and willing to stay late even though he'd already worked a 9-hour day.
On social media, WDBJ anchor Chris Hurst revealed he and Allison Parker had recently moved in together and had talked about getting married. The two were very much in love, he writes. I am numb. Even those in law enforcement who knew both Allison and Adam were shaken.
Like many viewers, I was watching this morning's broadcast and couldn't understand really what was happening myself.
It's a tragic news story. Journalists and viewers alike struggle to comprehend. Erica Edwards, NBC News.
And the woman that Allison Parker was interviewing during that broadcast was also shot and wounded. She was shot in the back. It's not clear how many gunshot wounds she sustained. She is listed tonight in stable condition. The suspect, a former colleague at the television station, was later found by police with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He later died at a Northern Virginia hospital. That happened this afternoon. The Colorado shooting trial has finally come to a conclusion. James Holmes formally sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole. The 3-day final sentencing hearing was a formality, but it gave victims an unprecedented chance to tell the judge how the bloodbath has affected them over the last 3 years. Judge Carlos Samore went count by count for over all 12 victims, handing down multiple sentences.
Running all of the sentences consecutive and adding them all up, I believe the total comes out to 12 life sentences without the possibility of parole, consecutive to each other and consecutive to 3,312 years in the Department of Corrections.
Holmes was also sentenced to 48 years and 5 years mandatory parole for nearly each of the people injured in that theater that night. The mandatory parole will never be executed due to Holmes' life in prison without the possibility of parole sentences, but the sentences for those injured must be handed down as part of the legal process. U.S. Representative Kristi Noem continuing her trip to Rapid City and West River today to meet with the Black Hills Association of Realtors to discuss the impact of new EPA regulations. South Dakota's congressional delegation has expressed doubts over the new EPA rules that would regulate even small bodies of water throughout the state. 13 states, including South Dakota, are trying to block the new rule and argue that the rules from the EPA and the Army Corps of Engineers illegally expand those agencies' powers under the Federal Clean Water Act. But what does that mean for area farmers and ranchers?
What does that mean for all of us? That means that any time somebody wanted to, they had a 2 or 3 inch rainfall and had water flowing into their house or to their foundation, they couldn't go out there and divert that water unless they had an EPA permit. And if they did divert that water to try to protect their property, they would face up to $37,000 worth of fines every single day that they were in violation of that definition.
Environmentalists praise the rule for what they say will keep chemicals and pollutants out of waterways. Many farmers and ranchers are concerned the rule will mean that more money comes out of their pockets. U.S. Senator John Thune, among the earliest critics of that measure, saying that it could be used to regulate bodies of water even as small as a mud puddle on a farmer's property. And in other environmental headlines, U.S. and Chinese delegates are meeting in Montana this week for the inaugural Clean Coal Industry Forum. The goal of that forum, find cleaner ways to burn coal. NBC's Dustin Askham reports.
I'm very impressed, frankly, with how well our two countries are working together to address climate change.
U.S. Ambassador to China Max Baucus was among the high-ranking officials Tuesday to discuss coal's role in climate change.
Because we produce, 40% of the world's, together, 40% of the world's carbon, countries are looking to the United States to lead.
Many leaders agree 2015 has been a tough year for coal. There's been recent proposals to increase coal royalties and lease payments, new environmental regulations, and cheaper natural gas. But Governor Steve Bullock and others remain optimistic.
We need to help drive both the technological change and opportunities to do so.
Whether that's carbon capture, whether that's carbon storage, or other uses of carbon that help it become a much more effective use of coal.
Wyoming produces 400 million tons of coal every year. Wyoming Governor Matt Mead says the solution is cleaner and more efficient coal.
We have opportunities to use it as a feedstock for everything from petrochemicals to production of graphene, even perhaps for food products.
This is the time to add to the energy portfolio.
Governor Mead says he's a climate change skeptic, but admits his personal stance is besides the point.
You see other investment portfolios where they're pulling back for coal. And so we need to find answers.
Our climate's changing, even if folks don't believe that, the markets do.
Governor Bullock agrees we need to find ways to make coal cleaner and also invest in renewables.
That forum is the result of Governor Steve Bullock's trip to China last year, and it will continue throughout the rest of the day today. And here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. Well, there had to be a rebound at some point, and it does come today, although experts and observers are calling this a classic dead cat bounce for the major indexes today after what's been a disastrous week for the markets. The Dow Jones rising 619 points, 16,286. The NASDAQ Composite up 191, 4,698. The S&P up 73 to 1941, and gold dropping 90 cents today to $1,123.70 on this day of trade. It is one thing to lose your phone or misplace your wallet or maybe your keys, but it is an entirely different situation when it's a child left in a hot car. NewsCenter1's Dan Zabosian tonight reporting on the dangers of vehicular heat stroke.
Most parents might think they could never leave their own child in a vehicle. However, on average, 37 vehicular heat stroke deaths occur each year. Over half of those cases, the person responsible unknowingly left them in the vehicle. Recently, Pennington County Sheriff's Office reenacted a scenario to illustrate the dangers of a hot car.
The temperature increases in a car occur 80% within the first few minutes of being in that car. So that's why, when I made the statement about don't leave your children there, I mean, don't gamble with a time frame that you think is going to be okay, because I don't think that the end result could be worth that.
The end result could be deadly, as children experience heat stroke 3 to 5 times faster than an adult body.
A good rule of thumb is look before you lock. If you're locking up your vehicle, make sure the back seat is empty.
From NewsCenter1, I'm Dan Zabosian.
Yeah, this advice holds even as summer is coming to an end. Children have died of heat stroke in cars. That's been documented even with outside temperatures as low as 60 degrees. The Flandreau Santee Sioux tribe is cutting loose with the city of Flandreau's police department after deciding to legalize marijuana on that reservation. City leaders say that the tribe gave the city a 90-day notice back in June that it will end its 16-year policing agreement, that effective September 4th. The tribe will then form its own police department. Flandreau Mayor Mark Bonrud says that he thinks that the move is related to the tribe's decision to grow and sell marijuana for recreational and medicinal use by the end of the year. The tribe's decision means that there will be less federal funding for that city police force. Meantime, residents on the Standing Rock Reservation may soon decide whether to legalize industrial hemp, but the tribal chairman there is concerned about legalizing the plant without the federal government's blessing. Attorney Chase Iron Eyes has been collecting signatures to put the decision before voters on September 30th. Iron Eyes says that hemp would be beneficial to the economy of the reservation that straddles North Dakota and South Dakota. Chairman Dave Archambault says that the tribe should get a permit from the federal agricultural officials and says that legalization could put the tribe's sovereignty in jeopardy. Hemp advocates say that a shift in the federal government's priorities on marijuana opens the door for industrial hemp on tribal land. Chief Meteorologist Bob Briggio joining us. And after what was a warmer day, as you told us it would be an active evening, at least for some showers.
Yeah.
As you mentioned at 5:30.
We have some thunderstorms moving through the Rapid City area right now as we speak. There's the radar. You can see a line of thunderstorms from the northern hills reaching all the way down to Hermosa area. Let's take a little closer look. The stronger thunderstorms are just north of Hermosa, and these thunderstorms have a history of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. So you can expect that. There's no warnings out, though, no severe thunderstorm warnings out so far. So that's the good news. But you still can expect some small hail and some strong winds with these cells.
Knock on wood. It's been a while since we've had kind of an active storm system that's moved through.
People could use a little bit of moisture in their backyards, and I think we're getting a little bit.
We'll see how that shapes up. Coming up, more details in Bob's forecast in just a bit. We're back with more news after the break, right here on News Center 1 at 10.
This is News Center 1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Briggio.
Carly posts,
breaking up with the longest relationship I've ever had. Hashtag sad but true.
Good riddance, Carly.
Hashtag 96 months too long.
Oh, the car. Right. Well, now's the perfect time to head over to the Honda Summer Clearance event. We've got great deals on the Honda Civic, the best-selling car in its class. So ditch that loser. Hey, still talking about the car.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
As your journey takes you on Highway 16, make sure to visit these great places.
The Christmas Village is a true Christmas store with a whole lot more. We even carry the area's largest selection of licensed NFL and MLB ornaments and collectibles. At Independence Hall, home of the Founding Fathers exhibit, you can experience the Declaration of Independence and meet the 56 men who pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to give America its freedom.
Thank you for making Highway 16 a stop on your vacation or getaway excursion.
If you run a business, you know that you have to stay focused. The last thing you need to do is worry about your printers, copiers, and fax machines. Ironically, the last thing on your list is the first thing on ours. At A&B Business Solutions, our managed print services will implement a customized program that reduces your printing costs and improves workflow so you can focus on other things. MPS, just another solution from A&B, the company that helps you solve, simplify, and save.
It's Fearless Fisher's Labor Day sale at all three Fisher stores. Everything's on sale, and they're going to let you take your brand new furniture purchases home, and you won't pay a penny in interest charges with 52 months no interest financing. That's right, you'll pay no interest till January 2020 on furniture purchases and 28 months financing on TVs and appliances. Keep your checks, keep your cash, and keep your credit card, because you can buy new furniture for your home with 52 months no interest. The Labor Day sale at all three Fisher stores on West Main Rapid City. Fearless prices, football fields of selection.
We are professional grade during the summer sell down on now at Granite Buick GMC with cash back for 20% of MSRP on new GMC trucks. Choose from the tri-state area's largest selection of over 100 Terrains, Canyons, Yukons, and Duramaxes. Plus get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on new Sierras. That's over $13,000 in savings. Don't miss the summer sell down on now at Granite Buick GMC.
Rock solid, drive granite.com.
Hard to believe, but the first week of school already almost in the books, and as parents send their kids back to class, they can only hope that their kids arrive safely. This time of year, people tend to get agitated driving into school zones where traffic is understandably slower. Accidents also increase due to inexperienced teen drivers that are on the roads going back and forth. Rapid City police officers urging children to keep their heads up when entering and exiting the bus, and for nearby drivers to pay extra attention to school bus signals.
If they turn to flashing red, then you're required to come to a stop and do not pass the vehicle. You're supposed to come to a stop about at no closer than 15 feet near the bus. Try to plan accordingly. Know that if you have to get up 10 minutes earlier to make sure you get to work on time or get to school on time, to plan ahead.
Officers are increasing their patrols in school zones to make sure that the new year starts as safely as possible. Another part of going back to school is the back to school stress. According to health experts, it is perfectly normal for children to feel a little bit nervous at the beginning of a new school year. When routines are changed, new responsibilities arrive, and students work to adjust to new teachers. Among the things most concerning to students are homework, making new friends, grades, and testing. Transitioning from elementary or middle school can be especially daunting for kids. Experts say that parents play an important role in helping their children to cope with their anxieties at the beginning of a new school year.
I think it's really important to acknowledge what a kid's feeling rather than, it's not scary, you'll be fine. To really listen and acknowledge where they're coming from. And it could be helpful to problem solve with a kid who's really anxious, especially starting a new school. A lot of kids think of worst case scenario, so go over that with them. What is the worst case scenario? What will you do?
Experts suggest talking to your children about what to expect with the upcoming school year. They say that can also help to minimize their stress. The spillway at Canyon Lake Park is now complete, but the construction isn't over just yet. The $3.5 million project getting closer to completion. The spillway at Canyon Lake, which was last updated after the flood of 1972, has been reconstructed, fixing leaks and the aging infrastructure, but landscaping, sidewalks, and parking lots around the area are still under renovation. Because of all the recent water releases out of Pactola Reservoir, the project's plan to remove silt from the lake will be suspended into the near future with no firm date of resumption.
We're glad we have a few minor touch-ups with some curbing and that sort of thing, but this is a project that the city is glad to have completed. I think with all the amenities, it'll be great for the citizens to come out and enjoy and look forward to people, utilizing the lake again. And again, it was a project that was needed to be done, and I think they'll enjoy the amenities.
And obviously the end of summer and even into the autumn months bring more chances to enjoy the improved Canyon Lake and Canyon Lake Park. And you can enjoy the rest of the Black Hills as well. We're expecting some warmer temperatures this weekend after overcast skies today. Bob Riggio's in next with a look at your full forecast.
Come to the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row and make your hard-earned dollars go further. Now's the time to enhance all your comforts of home and score some big savings on all the designs you love. Plus, get 0% interest until 2021. The Labor Day sale, on now at Furniture Row.
The Ford Free Ride is on. Now every Ford truck has 0% financing for 72 months for qualified buyers. Free from interest for 6 years and free to choose F-150, Super Duty, every built Ford tough truck. 0% financing for 72 months on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on any built Ford tough truck. Hurry, see your Ford dealer today.
Your night is about to get a lot more fun. Be one of the first to play craps and roulette, now at Cadillac Jacks, featuring $1,000 bet limits. Cadillac Jacks, how will your night play out?
Play track 1.
Built by all of us, for all of us. The next Harley-Davidson motorcycles.
The Liv Bergen Series by Sandra Brannon. Solomon's Whisper by Sandra Brannon. Buy book today.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further at the Denver Mattress Labor Day sale.
Check out the new Aspen King mattress on the Ergo 330 adjustable base and get your best night's sleep. Right now, it's just $69 a month with 0% interest until 2021. Now at Denver Mattress.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
All right, once again, I'd like to start off with the TrueView Titan radar. We do have some thunderstorms on the radar, as you can see here. Pretty much running just west of I-90, and soon we'll be crossing I-90. The strongest cells are located over here in the northern hills. You can see the pink in there. That indicates small hail embedded in that particular cell. And we have some thunderstorms here just in the Black Hawk area, now moving through the Rapid City area down into Hermosa. This cell that we pointed out earlier in the newscast has now weakened a little bit. They're coming off, they're coming down slope, and typically that will weaken the thunderstorms a little bit, and that's what's happening here. So as I said, these cells coming out of Wyoming had a history of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind and at the most nickel-size hail, mostly a pea-size hail. And we'll continue to watch these cells, and they are moving in a northeasterly direction at around 25-30 miles per hour. We're not over. Once they move through your backyard, don't be surprised later on tonight, early tomorrow morning, you have some more showers and thunderstorms developing. So we are expecting more tomorrow. Yes, we do have a tropical storm, Erica. There it is located right here. Tomorrow it will be located just east of Puerto Rico, and then on Friday just north of the Dominican Republic, heading toward Florida. Right now it's a tropical storm. Let's see, wind 45 miles per hour. It's about 110 miles east-southeast of Antigua. And it's expected to remain a tropical storm as it moves into the Caribbean. But once it gets nearer to the Caribbean waters, these waters are a little bit warmer, so it could intensify a little bit. It's heading toward Florida. It could be a Category 1 hurricane when it makes landfall in Florida over the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you as well. 90 the high temperature today. That's above normal, about 658. The low temperature, 608 sun up, 739 the sun will be setting. And let's see, at the airport we have some clouds, 72. Winds are about 12 miles per hour. Over at Ellsworth, we did have a thunderstorm going on there, 72 the temperature, and winds are generally out of the south, but the winds have been mostly out of the north, around with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Here are some of the high temperatures across the country. 85 in Memphis, Oklahoma City, 92, Denver, 97. A little bit warm there, 87 over in Salt Lake City. The big picture, here's that moisture. Look at the moisture. This is this monsoonal moisture just streaming on up, and all this stuff is heading into the Black Hills at the present time. We're on the northern edge of it. And as we go to our future satellite radar, this low pressure area that's going to slide further to the east, that's going to drag some cooler temperatures in tomorrow. And again, a little bit of instability going on, so we'll have some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning and possibly even tomorrow afternoon. And then by Friday, we stop it here at 2 p.m. Friday. You can see that low is well to our east. That's good news because that means high pressure typically builds in behind that. So it'll be short-lived, these showers, short-lived tonight and some widely scattered tomorrow, but by Friday and into the weekend, we should be clearing out. Here's our future satellite, a little closer look at all of this, and you can see I stop it at 6 a.m. tomorrow. There you have a few little showers and thunderstorms in the area once again. We just had a lightning strike at the station, so I hope everything is working. Well, certainly the weather computer is working. Here's the forecast for the Black Hills for tomorrow. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, 71 Spearfish, 70 in Custer, 73 over in Pine Ridge, 67 Hill City, 71 Deadwood, 73 in Sturgis. Definitely a cooler day tomorrow than what we had going today for us. 65 tonight, mostly cloudy and mild, and you've already seen those scattered showers and thunderstorms on the radar. And tomorrow, again, some widely scattered showers, still possible throughout the day tomorrow. 72, much cooler tomorrow than today. Winds out of the northwest, 5 to 15, gusts 25. And then tomorrow night, 56 northwesterly winds, 5 to 10, partly cloudy skies. We're going to just clear everything out of here by tomorrow evening, setting up for a warm weekend as the 7-day forecast would indicate. 89 on Friday, and then Lower to a middle 90 Saturday and Sunday with mostly sunny, partly cloudy skies, and these warm temperatures continue into early next week. ClickBigDeals.com, get an 18-hole round plus a cart for just $37. That is a deal. And you grab that coupon, you take it to Hart Ranch, one of the nicer golf courses in the Black Hills. All golf courses are rather nice, but Hart Ranch is exceptional.
We've got some pretty good topography to play,
play
a little past your pool,
yes,
don't we?
Yes, we do.
And speaking of which, we have golf tips coming up after the break.
Labor Day means big savings at Toyota's annual clearance event. It's the perfect time to get a great deal on our huge selection of amazing Toyotas, from the bold Camry to the versatile RAV4 to the fuel-sipping Prius. This clearance event only happens once a year and ends September 8th. Get 0% APR on 9 of your favorite Toyota models, and in honor of Labor Day, Toyota will double your down payment up to $500 on top of current offers on a new 2015 Camry and Camry Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the season you wait for all year. Cabela's Fall Great Outdoor Days are finally here. Spend $150 and get $25 in Cabela's bucks, good for your next purchase. Get 25% off select Cabela's men's camo layering apparel and 40% off select Herter's 7mm rubber boots. Save big bucks, plus don't miss Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. It's our biggest sale and event of the season, going on now.
Want to drive a brand new car home tonight? With Silverado Franklin's great car giveaway, the chances are better than you think.
2 times every month, one lucky winner will drive home a shiny new sedan. Daily key drawings get you entered for a chance to win a new car. That's 2 free cars a month, every month.
It all happens at the Silverado Franklin, home of Deadwood's great car giveaway.
What makes Liberty Superstores a dealership for the people? People with more insight, more options, more respect, more heart. We eagerly serve the frustrated, the hardworking, the people. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car, and that's what makes us for the people. Liberty Superstores.
While you were playing golf today, were you stuck in the sand as much as I was? Well, we'll get you out of the bunker in tonight's JR's Golf Tips. Welcome to JR's Golf Tip. I'm Bob Riggia. With me is PGA golf professional J.R. Hamblett here at Arrowhead Country Club. JR, we're standing in a bunker, and we're going to do a series of golf tips regarding situations in the bunker. And the first one we're going to talk about is some of the basics.
Yeah, just a basic garden variety bunker shot here. We're in our practice bunker. First thing I want the viewer to know is that you can't ground your club in the bunker, but you can enter the bunker with your rake in case you're making a long walk into the bunker. So that's okay to go in the bunker with the rake and set it down. That's not testing the surface. So first thing is we're going to pull a ball out here and we're going to take a look at where our target is, which is right here where you see the flagstick and all the golf balls. I'm going to draw a line in the sand that helps the viewer understand which way we want the ball to go. Then I'm going to stand on a line that's about 30 degrees off of the target line, and I'm going to swing on that line that's 30 degrees off of the target line rather than the target line itself. So we want to emphasize to the viewer that the flange of the club is what makes the club bounce through the sand. So when you hit a sand shot, you don't want it to dig, you want it to bounce. You want the club to bounce. So you want to keep your hands ahead of the ball when they're going through the sand, okay? So the length of your swing and the amount that you have the face open is going to determine which distance the ball flies, Bob, okay? So you're going to take that club and either square it up or open it up, depending on how far you want it to go.
So you don't want to hit down through the sand. You want it to bounce off of the sand.
You want it to bounce through the sand, but depending on the distance you want to hit it, you want to take a certain amount of sand too. The sand is really what carries the golf ball out of the club, out of the bunker. You don't really ever make contact with the ball.
Right.
It's an amount of sand that's carrying the ball out.
All right, thanks a lot, JR. Appreciate it. All right, join us next week on JR's Golf Tips.
one's time. The winners are the ones who find time to laugh and play and dream. They celebrate adventure, friendships, and new opportunities. Scheels can help you with fashion that's timely, whether you're far away or close to home. This is your time. This is your year. Scheels.
Hot temperatures call for cool deals, and it doesn't get much cooler than 32 ounces for only 89 cents. That's right, for only 89 cents, you can get 32 ounces of your favorite fountain drink at Common Sense. Ice cold refreshment in your choice of flavors. You can even add one of our flavor shots to make your 32-ounce fountain drink uniquely yours. So let the temperature get hot. Common Sense will keep you cool with 32 ounces of your favorite fountain drink for only 89 cents. Common Sense. Now that's cool.
Zero, zip, zilch. That's what it takes to lease a new Honda at Rushmore Honda during the Honda Summer Clearance Event. Zero down payment, zero first payment, zero security deposit. Lease a new 15 Accord LX, $254 a month. A new 15 Civic LX sedan, $214 a month. Keep your cash and drive a new Honda with zero down, zero first payment, and zero security deposit. Hurry, our Honda Summer Clearance Event ends soon. Expect more, get more at Rushmore Honda. Online at rushmorehonda.com.
There are those who choose not to settle, but to rise above. In the heating and air conditioning industry, these leaders are known as trained comfort specialists, who are as reliable and hard to stop as a train itself.
For your heating and cooling repair, call us anytime. JD's Equipment Service, where we never charge overtime, ever.
It's hard to stop a train, really hard.
Well, lunchgoers can satisfy their hunger and give back to the community at the same time. Arby's is hosting their 2015 Arby's Foundation National Restaurant Fundraiser, where guests can donate to end childhood hunger. Money raised will go to the local backpack program, which provides children of low-income families a bag of food that they can bring home for the weekend. And every dollar donated, the Arby's Foundation provides up to 10 meals to children in need.
So we do really well here at this location. We've raised, in 2 weeks, we've raised over $500 so far. Our store goal is $2,000.
When guests donate to end childhood hunger, Arby's gives back to them too with a coupon for a free small shake or a turnover, so you get dessert on them. The fundraiser ends coming up on September 13th, so plenty of time to get involved with that. Bob, I would dare say that that backpack program, in terms of overall impact in the community, I think that's a tremendous thing. It's one of the most visible impacts in terms of ending childhood hunger, and kids who rely on the meal program at school, they eat at school all week long, and then the weekend comes, and in many cases their circumstance doesn't allow them to have continued nutrition through the weekend. So it's a fantastic
In this
thing.
country, there's no excuse for kids being hungry. None whatsoever.
Hear, hear.
Let's go to the radar real quick. You can see there was a thunderstorm is now moving across I-90, and we'll have more developing later on this evening and throughout the day tomorrow.
Have a great night.
Power your everyday life with Energizer. 20 packs of double or triple A's, 8 packs of C's or D's, or 4 packs of 9 volts are just $7.98 each after rebate. For the ultimate stain blocking paint and primer in one, choose Dutch Boy Platinum Paint from Menards. It has advanced extreme hide technology and seals common household stains. Save $10 a gallon after instant savings and mail-in rebate. That's $50 on 5-gallon pails.
Save big money at Menards.
They come from different worlds, each with a particular set of skills. Midco Extreme Internet, Midco Preferred Cable. Agents on a not-so-secret mission to save the world from slow internet and bad cable. But at only $89 a month for 12 months, there's a price on their heads. Don't miss this blockbuster event. Click happiestdevices.com.
Make an impact on a child's life. There are children in your community who need you. Children's Home Society invites you to one of their next orientations, either on Tuesday, August 18th or Thursday, September 3rd at 6 p.m. Join us and learn more about the journey of therapeutic foster care and adoption. Please take action today and join us. For more information about how you can impact a child's life, call 605-343-2811.
I'm Benjamin. I'm an engineering student in Rapid City, and I love my church.
Hi, we're Dave and Donna Needham.
We work at Rapid City Regional Hospital,
and we love our church. I'm Bob. I'm a partner at the Firehouse Brewing Company, and I love my church.
Our mission is simple. We want to show people who Jesus is. My name is David, and I'm the lead pastor of Fountain Springs Community Church, and I love my church.